Yo, what up everybody? I'm back at it again with another video. This video is not gonna be necessarily about the Nissan, but we're gonna have another special guest, the fan favorite, whatever you know. We're finally getting steps closer to finally being able to tune it 100%. And one of the biggest problems that I've been having is misfiring after I did the heads. So what we're gonna do in this video, you're gonna see me take off the manifold. Once I take off the manifold, I'm gonna be able to get to the injectors, my old injectors. I'm gonna take the fuel rails off along with the injectors. Once I do that, I'm gonna go get those tested. And then also I'm gonna get these tested. I wanna go buy these from my friends at Immortal Racing. And I wanna be able to test all 16, and hopefully with those 16, I'm able to get at least 8 good ones that I could fit back in the Corvette. And I could get tuned with my tuner that's here local in Colorado. Anyways, you're just gonna see me work on the car, and let's get to it. All right, guys, we're gonna finally get our hands dirty and start on the car. I took out the battery, and then we're gonna begin with taking off some of the fittings for the cold air intake that go straight to the catch can, and then take off the cold air intake. Once I do that, then I'm gonna take the vacuum lines from the back of the manifold and then get started. That way I can finally take out the fuel injectors, but let's get to it. Take the cold air intake out. Now, I'm gonna take the vacuum lines for this one and then go from there. There's 3 vacuum lines. No, well, 2 vacuum lines and a sensor. Instead of doing the vacuum lines first, just because I can't really get them because of the plastic part next on top of the firewall, I'm gonna take off the bolts, which is gonna be 5 bolts on each side. So it's gonna be a total of 10 bolts, and they should be size 10. So now it could come off, but first I want to see if I can take out all 10 of the washers, because then I don't want to lose them. All right, so I finally took off all the bolts, which were 10, supposed to be 10. 5 on each side with 5 washers, obviously, but on this one I had one missing from last time when we took the heads off. Now I dropped the final one on the bottom. So right now I only have 8. And then one fell on top of the engine bay of the engine, and then a washer did 2 as well. So once I take this off, I'm gonna be able to look through all the bolts. If not, worst case scenario, I go to Ace Hardware and replace them. But you're gonna see me struggle a little bit here. But first I'm gonna take a little drink, take the drink, and then do this. It's hitting these plastic things. On this side I already cut it. So worst case scenario, I'm gonna cut it again, and then it should just light up. Did I get it? Did I get it? Did I get it? I got it. But took it off. It smells like fuel. I'm gonna have to check that out. But there we go. All right, guys. So I'm gonna add this just to protect my paint a little bit, at least on the fenders. And then after the fenders, I don't really mind. All right, guys, so we're finally gonna start by taking out the fuel rails. There's a couple things I gotta do before doing that. So I'm gonna take off the 10 in the middle, and then I have to get, I wanna say this is like a 5/8 on each side. Once I take that off, I'm able to go to each injector and take the bolts off, which I believe it looks like a 14 or 16, I don't know. Doing that, I'm able to pry it off and take all of them off. So it's gonna come in two pieces. So it's gonna be one side for the passenger side, the other side for the driver's side. And that's when I'm gonna be able to take each individual one out, and I'm gonna put them in a little baggie so I can know which ones are coming from this car and which ones are coming from the ones that I got from my friends. But anyways, let's get started, guys. Smells like corn, guys. Okay, there we go. I took out the passenger side, and then you're gonna see a closer clip of me actually taking them out. All right, this is one. All right, guys, I think I finally got it. Took all the sensors out. I can really take this one off, but it's okay. We took it with it. So these are my driver's sides. Driver's side, passenger side. So you're gonna see me take them apart, throw them into a baggie, and explain what's gonna happen in the next video. All right, thank you guys. All right, guys, so we finally took off the fuel rails. It took longer than expected, but I wanted to show you the ones that I bought, the ones that I got from Immortal. So these are gonna be 8 coming from a LT1 motor as well. Same thing. The only thing is that they're used. They have about the same mileage as mine. So what I'm gonna do is, obviously, I'm gonna go get these ones tested out. I'm gonna take these fuel injectors out, which they're the ones coming off of the Corvette. And like, for those who did pay attention to one of my last videos, I diagnosed the car and I got a random misfire. So what I'm gonna do is, I know it's the injectors because the Z01 also had the same issue. My little brother got the LT4 injectors fixed at the dealership. Obviously, I'm not gonna take mine to the dealership because we're gonna avoid that shit. But right now, you're just gonna see me take this off. We're gonna speed it up, and then I'm gonna explain what's gonna happen next. But anyways, let's get going. So the way to take these off, they're very, very easy. All you have to do is basically pry them. And since I've already recently taken them off, they're kind of too. Right now I still have fuel in them because I didn't want to purge the fuel system or everything. But you just stick a flathead right here, pry it, and then they all should come off. Once you take this thing off, they'll come off. But anyways, let's get going.
Go on.
All right, so we finally took out, I believe this is the passenger side. So now I'm gonna proceed with taking the other side.
Seconds.
Oh, this is just good. Oh shit. All right, so we finally got all of them out. I was inspecting them a little off camera, and we definitely found a couple issues. And this might have been our fault or not, but I don't know if you guys could see this. Look at that, guys. It's really bent. Like this little knob where the fuel goes is bent. This goes to your fuel rails, and they shouldn't be bent. So there's one that's bent, another one that's bent. These were the ones that were actually on the car. And right side, we found the issues. On the negative side is that I don't know if I'm gonna have 8 working ones out of the 16, because I believe all 8 of mine are messed up. So let's hope the ones that I got from my friends actually work. This is the straightest one, and it's still slanted a little bit. That's crazy. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna get them inspected. Why not? You know, there might be ones that work or stuff. If not, if I don't have 8 that work between those ones and these ones, what I'm gonna do is basically wait and buy L24 injectors. My overall plan is to actually have the car running by May 11th, because that's my graduation. Anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video, and hopefully on the next video you actually see the Corvette running. I just want to be thankful for each one of my subscribers, viewers, and everything. I hope we're able to grow as a family and all that. But follow along so you can see the Corvette running 100%. We're gonna be able to get some pulls pretty soon and all that. So in the next video, you're gonna catch us working on the Nissan Sentra, which is our biggest projects to this date. Let's get going, and thank you for watching.